Welcome back to Chatt It Up Sports, episode 198. We have an awesome episode today. Happy Feel Good Friday, everyone. We have a lot of news just around the sports world. We're going to talk a little off-season in football. We've got some NBA basketball to talk about. We're actually going to do something fun today. Got a bench player draft, if you will. Myself, Drew, and Greg will draft NBA's Final Four bench players this week. And Joseph's going to bring us in with a little college football catch-up. But first, Joseph, hit that theme music. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Feel Good Friday, as we mentioned. To my left, to your right, our boy, our CSL champion.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Rogers.
Yeah.
Welcome back, buddy, from the ankle injury.
Climbed the mountaintop. Really got it in there.
Are you back-to-back?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you back-to-back champion?
Yeah, I know.
Some say it couldn't be done.
Yeah, some would have said that, but I would hope a team full of college basketball players could have pulled
I would
that
hope so. Unfortunately, I was off this team, so I was like, I knew it had to be done, you know?
Yeah.
I knew it had to be done. That's okay, buddy. The man behind the camera over here, to my right, to your left, Joseph Guthrie.
Hello.
Mr. Viral Sensation himself.
It was a team effort. It was a group effort. Still climbing, still going. No, I could not block Myles Garrett.
No chance. We discussed that long before the pod today, just all the things, how much harder than you would think right off the jump. From the greater Muscle Shoals, Florence, Alabama satellite office, Greg Larnard, you're doing great, buddy. What a comeback for your Knicks. And we're recording this pre-Knicks Cavs game 2, so stay ready for that. But buddy, what a game 1 for you. I was so happy for a friend to go on to win things right now.
You know, it's one of those. It was one of those games that felt like a Knicks game that they would blow in the past. Like, I was sitting there watching it, I'm like, this is exactly what would have happened to us over the last 36 years that I've been alive, and probably longer than that. The fact that it actually happened for us instead of to us is an absolute miracle, and I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever been more excited about a Knicks team and Knicks season than I am right now, knock on wood.
It should feel that way. This starting five is incredible, so you have no qualms there. I mean, I don't know what it looks like against any West team, but if the Cavs can't win that game, then Godspeed. I don't know. James is just brutal to watch sometimes.
I mean,
so
talk
bad.
about a traffic cone for defense.
I called it quits when Brunson hit the 3 to put them within 5, and he went on a tear against James. I was like, I know how these games go. This is over. New York's getting this one. Called it early because I couldn't do back-to-back 11 p.m. nights.
You guys enjoy that. You guys enjoy the Landry Shamet experience tonight. 3 for 3 from 3 on game 1. I can guarantee you it's coming back around, coming back there. You guys enjoyed Landry Shamet. He's gonna be a fun watch.
Oh boy, this will be interesting. We got a lot of more NBA to talk here in a little bit. Joseph, we do want to start with you, buddy. There's probably our favorite overall sport here is college football.
Yeah.
And it's the off season. But there are things that you need to catch us up on, my friend. What is our topic today?
This is week 3.
Yeah. Yes. Week 3. We took a little bit of
week 3 out of
break,
6.
Mix some episodes. So we're getting there. But we're back. College football catch up. We've covered transfer portal players. We've covered head coaches. We've covered assistant coaches. So I figured let's show some love to returning players, teams that decided not to transfer, teams that stayed with. I know they may have transferred at some point, but we're talking about teams. We're talking about players that were on a team and are still on the same team from 25 to 26. And I'm going to give you 5 that I think are really important. I know On3 put out their top 100 returning players today. So, give that a look. It's very, very good information. But I wanted to pick some guys that aren't in the top 10 of that list. Well, one of them is.
There's 100 returning players. Like, there's that many. I wouldn't have figured there've been
Top
100.
100. Well, they're top 100 return.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
shocked. You think most of them moving around?
I was
It's like,
saying.
you tell them we got 100 players that like are staying at the same school.
And they're not kicker and punters.
Yeah, exactly. They're not specialists, and they're not just like a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, number one on that list, is not on my list, but we all know Jeremiah Smith. So I tried to pick some obvious guys, some non-obvious guys, but we're gonna have more. But let's get started. Number one for me is actually two players that both decided. Well, one decided to come back, one fought for his eligibility and got to come back. It's Kawan Lacey and Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, with the regime change, with Lane Kiffin going to LSU, Pete Golding, they looked really good in the playoff game against Georgia and Miami, and I think that's probably two of the most crucial pieces they could have got for their offense with their new OC from East Carolina. So the fact that they were able to, number one, get Trinidad another year of eligibility, and number two, keep Kawan Lacey, because I think he's potentially, depending on how you feel about Ahmad Hardy, and we're prayers for Ahmad Hardy, we're hoping he gets healthy and can play and has a full recovery. But I think Kawan Lacey has, every argument to be potentially the best running back in the SEC. With the way Trinidad closed the year last year, I think by the end of this season, he could be like one of the hottest quarterbacks on the draft board. Massive get for Ole Miss to bring both those guys back.
Yep.
Number two, Dylan Stewart, man. It's hard not to. He's just an absolute freak, an absolute animal. And in a team full of question marks, minus two positions, which, again, some people would even, Drew over here included, would probably include Lenore Sellers in that question mark for what South Carolina is going to be this season. Yeah. I think it's nice to know you have Dylan Stewart, who is an absolute animal at edge for South Carolina. That's at least a continuity aspect of your team where you're like, well, if we're not good anywhere else, that guy's going to be a freak. So I put Dylan Stewart at number two. Number three, another regime change. Florida has a new head coach, which means they have a new starting quarterback, which means they have a new offensive scheme. But you know what feels really good when you're breaking in a bunch of new stuff? Being able to hand the ball off to Jaden Ball. Jaden Ball is just a freak, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's just.
I wonder when we were going to get to him.
He's an absolute stud. And we talked. Kawan Lacey could potentially be the best running back in the SEC. I wouldn't be mad if somebody said, no, I think it's Jaden Ball. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. I get it. I understand. I went through the whole thing last year with Florida and their offense and why they didn't give him the ball more, but I think that'll change this coming season. So, Jaden Ball, expecting big things out of you, big dog, except for one game in the Georgia game. If you could not, that would be greatly appreciated. Number four on the list is an absolute matchup nightmare, and the fact that he is now in Lane Kiffin's offense with – are we saying better quarterback? You know what? Yeah, we're going to say better quarterback. Trey'Dez Green. It's a tight end from LSU. We're not going to say better quarterback. Sam Levitt's not better than Darren Nussmeier.
On this podcast.
I love it. I love it. As long as it's not unanimous, I'm with you. But Trey'Dez Green's an absolute nightmare from a matchup standpoint. 6'7", 241. He popped off in the bowl game against Houston. I know they ultimately lost that game, but I think Michael Van Buren was starting for LSU at that point, and we know what LSU was. 4 receptions for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns in the bowl game. The fact that Lane Kiffin has that kind of guy to scheme matchups with, dear God, that sounds horrible. And then last guy, a receiver that kind of popped last year, and I think they're going to need somebody, is Mario Craver for Texas A&M. He kind of came in tandem with Casey Concepcion. He transferred from Mississippi State to A&M last year, but he's back at A&M again this year. Another year with Marcel Reed. I know their OC, Colin Klein, left and took the job at his alma mater at Kansas State. But I still think that's huge for A&M to get back a production guy like Mario Craver. So he rounds out my list so far of 5 returning players that I think you guys should be aware of for 2026. And that concludes college football catch-up. Do we have any questions? Any comments, concerns?
I will note on Trey'Dez Green.
Yes.
I didn't watch their bowl game, but I did watch them play when they played Vanderbilt and Nussmeier was banged up.
Yeah.
And he, to me, was, besides – who's their running back last year? I'm blanking on the name. He was supposed to be really good, and it just kind of wasn't.
Was it I want to say Emory, but I don't think that's right.
Anyways, they were the only 2 things going on. And Green, I was like, why don't I use this guy more? Because I think he had 75 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
Nobody on LSU could get any separation or opening. And, Vanderbilt's defense was not great. And, he just looked like they just throw it up top to the 6'8" guy. That looked pretty easy.
Definitely work, yeah.
Well, you can see it. Like when if you watch LSU and you see him in the slot or as an attached tight end, it's like that dude looks different. like that dude doesn't look like a normal human being. So
Yeah,
it's
he
you would
moves
think, why-
different.
Yeah, he's gonna be a freak in
And
Lane
he's
Kiffin's
young,
offense.
or he was young,
I
right?
think he was. I want to say he was a freshman last
That's
year.
what
Yes.
I think.
remembered that.
But
yeah.
but I might be. I find out. But yeah, he's a younger guy. So
Yeah, I listened to the Lane interview with Pardon My Take today. I don't know, man. He gets me bought in, especially if they're going to be somewhat of the old LSU physical, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He's going to be a
Yeah.
perfect fit for that.
yeah, and I mean keeping Blake Baker was massive for them. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the side of the ball last year that was like, oh hey, at least the defense is flying around. Yeah, they couldn't. The whole Harold Perkins situation.
Yeah.
Fifth
I don't-
round pick, I saw.
I don't know if that's more on him, on Harold, or the injuries, or the staff not knowing what to do with it. I don't know. Some slight combination of all of those things. But like, other than that, I think Blake Baker was a really good retention for LSU. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
I don't know. Also in that Vanderbilt game, I watched Harold Perkins give up on a play where
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's running
He did
back
that
had a second effort and punched it, and Harold Perkins like literally stood up and watched the rest of his team try to hold him out. He just didn't look that interested in playing college football last year.
Yeah, I mean, after his freshman year, dude, I don't know what happened.
It's kind of-
I just
It's kind of I don't know. I kind of felt that way about Pierce, James Pierce Jr.
Yeah.
his last year at Tennessee. Like, are we really getting the best effort that James Pierce Jr. has got, or is he just kind of waiting around till he can get
He's
drafted?
like, I want to get hurt.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to get out of here.
But Perkins took it to a new level. I'm not because
Yeah.
Pierce was at least getting double teamed still and stuff. By the end of the year, you didn't have to watch what Perkins was doing.
Plus
he
the
must
thing,
have just hated his time there.
the thing about that is like with James Pierce, it was understood. It was like, hey, this dude's a freak. Like
League
he
him.
kind of solidified himself.
Yeah.
And then, but with Harold, if I remember correctly, he had the crazy freshman year, and then I think he was hurt most of his sophomore year. So it's like, hey, dude,
Yep.
you've got to prove it. Like
You're
this
not like
year.
James
You're not-
Pierce. Like you're not just
Yeah,
going to
you-
fall a couple draft picks. You're going to fall rounds.
Yeah,
He's
and
on
he
the
did.
Falcons. Heck yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Dude,
It could work because I don't know if you have James Pierce.
Maybe.
You know,
I mean,
Hey,
he's,
if Rasheed Rice can play, we all can play.
that's a fact.
God, here we go.
That's a fact.
Oh man, probation violation, dude. You know how bad you got to be in the eyes of the law to be a football player and go to jail for a probation violation.
It's unbelievable.
You know how bad
Unbelievable,
You
dude.
got.
And can we talk about another
Um,
Georgia player, not a current, but a former
Yep.
one, getting pulled over again for speeding in Nolan Smith?
Yep. I had a
God.
friend of mine hit me up about that today.
Stop.
He said, "Hey,
135 miles an hour. Are you kidding me?
he's like, hey, what do you even?" I was like, I don't
How
know.
does this keep
I don't
happening?
know. Listen, I don't know. I have no answers.
Here's a fun question for you three. In a car on the road, you driving, like you're at the wheel. Have you ever been going 135 before?
Never.
Like not on like a drag strip or a
Nope.
racetrack. Like
never.
No,
No.
I don't think
I've
I have
never-
either. No.
I've never gotten that high. No.
I think I've been
Pause.
triple digits maybe once.
I did
Yeah,
it one
I've-
time.
Like I tried
You
it,
have
but
to, like when you're like a high school kid
Yeah.
and you start first
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
and you let it loose on the highway a little bit.
My first car couldn't get to 100 miles an hour.
Same.
Yeah.
The old Pontiac Sunfire could not do that.
Dude, I had a Volvo. That thing had like 1 horsepower. It was tough. It couldn't get there. Now, when I got the Infinity, I definitely tried. I was like, all right,
stomped it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's got like a 370
Three.
engine. Like that thing's awesome.
Yeah.
That thing's got some zip.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're all
But
getting
130
curiosity gets the best of us.
135.
135.
Once you get past like 110, it's like you're committed. There is no coming back from
Yeah.
this one. Because if you go 110 in a 70, yeah, you're still fucked. But like
Yeah.
135, man, that's just exorbitant.
Well,
That's a lot.
thing of, like I hit 100 for the curiosity, and then it's like, okay, that satisfied that. I
Yeah,
don't need
that's
to
all
know
I
what
need.
30 more miles an hour
Nah,
feels
yeah.
like.
Because also,
Unless I'm on like a closed track.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
if I'm on a closed
Sure.
track doing like one of the racing, like the Porsche experience or the BMW experience, something like, hell yeah, dude, put me at 200. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But on a highway, on the interstate, with other
or
people.
even if like if you have like a fast car, you take it to the drag strip. That's cool.
Yeah,
like, all good.
hell
That's
yeah.
where that's supposed to be done.
100%.
But dude, 135. Imagine you go 135 and a deer just runs out of the woods. I mean, you're
Oh, that
done.
thing-
it's going
yeah.
through it.
You're
Yeah.
done.
Oh, dude, yeah, that thing's, I mean, that
Like,
deer's going to explode.
Like at 70, it totals your car. Like at
Yeah.
135, it totals you.
Yeah.
Probably.
You eviscerate that deer, especially depending on what kind of car you have.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's
Like if
God,
it's a
well,
if he had
I
like a
mean,
huge truck.
Here's the thing. No, okay, so knowing it was Nolan. I know at one point Nolan owned a Raptor. It could have been a Raptor R. Like,
Yeah, because you would.
which, to be honest with you, though, if you're going to go 135 miles an hour in a truck, a Raptor R probably feels like the one that's going to get you there, and it's going to get you there in the most, I'd probably say, stable, at least feeling like, hey, I don't feel like I'm going 135 miles an hour. Maybe.
And because that's the one is like it won't feel like that. It definitely will not feel like you are going 135 because it's so big. You're just so far off the ground. I don't know. If you're in a car, you're going to feel every second of that.
Yeah.
I'm out. It's not my cup of tea anymore. It's not.
No.
I'm out.
Just a reminder, we did start that segment with college football. Now we're here.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a Georgia fan,
Yeah, you got to make.
you have to do it.
I mean,
They're too good. They're too good at the sport.
I get asked these questions. I don't offer answers, so
I really do
Go
think
Dogs.
there is a path. There's somebody out there that has become somewhat of a car expert due to these allegations, and
Sure.
honestly, not just allegations,
I mean,
due to these charges.
yeah, probably. I did see not a study, but I did see some people pointing out that like there's a disproportionate number of headlines when it pertains to this
Georgia.
happening to the
Yeah.
University of Georgia versus because this happens at other schools. Obviously, Georgia's not the only one that has kids that are young and dumb and make mistakes, but you're a highly prolific like brand in the sport. You're good at football. You're going to draw more attention. I mean, it's just like being a star player on a really good team. Like you are held to you're just held to a different standard.
Sure. You also have the GSP.
Well, it's Athens and Athens Clark County.
Yeah.
Why do they hate them so much? I wonder.
I don't know, but I have been told that it is confirmed it is not a favorable relationship.
Interesting.
Couldn't tell
Somebody
you what.
got duped a long time ago. And they
Yeah.
held
Lord
it ever
knows,
since.
man. Somebody maybe stole somebody's girl in the
Yeah.
60s, and who knows?
All right. Before we start the next segment, got to do sponsor talk.
Do it, buddy.
We are presented, of course, as always, by our main channel sponsor, Ideal Yachts, located locally here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, a boat brokerage business. Oh, I almost got through that time. Patrick, Sarah, Landon, Marty, and the entire crew over at Ideal Yachts are willing and ready to serve you at idealyachts.net. Licensed in Florida. They can get you a boat just about anywhere because they are a broker, so they have no territory. They have no strings attached. They are a joy to work with. Check them out at idealyachts.net today and tell them Chatt It Up Sports sent you.
You're the best. Appreciate them. I did want to talk about somebody that I guess reattained.
There's just something. Are you going where I think you're going? Are we
I
going
sure
back
am.
to the Bayou?
We're going back to the Bayou.
Go Tigers.
Go
Thank
Tigers. $100,000 to get your Superman. Ed Orgeron is back with Lane Kiffin.
There are things in the universe that just feel right, and that man being
It's true.
involved at any capacity with Louisiana State University just feels right.
Now, is
Like-
he the head assistant?
No,
or
no, no.
head-
This
no,
is
no,
just
he's
like
just
an
like
assistant.
an analyst assistant.
He's like
or
a
something.
special
Yeah.
like advisor to recruiting, and then he's also going to come in and work on defense.
Yeah.
He
It's a made up tag.
no,
basically.
dude, you know, he is. He literally got hired to do what he did with Joe Burrow. It's like we're gonna make you a crawfish bowl, and you're
Yeah.
gonna come to play LSU.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly
That's
what's gonna happen.
exactly
So he's
what
like
Exactly what's gonna happen.
he's like the 35-year tenured high school head coach who like doesn't have anything to do but cut his
Yeah.
grass afterwards. So they've just like, yeah, you could be the special
Yeah.
assistant.
Yep.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Director of
he is
vibes.
literally there. Yeah, 100% the director of vibes.
What's funny too is
The minister
think-
of culture. He's
I think
the same thing
they're
Matthew
paying.
McConaughey is.
They might still be paying him 2 salaries.
They could be still
They had
paying.
to buy
Well,
him
no,
out.
his buyout was only like
His buyout was small compared
yeah, it
to
was only like
everybody else's.
19
Oh.
or something like that, and he's been gone for a few years.
Yeah.
That's
so.
true. Maybe.
No,
been
they're still
gone-
paying Brian Kelly,
Yeah.
but
for a while,
oh yeah,
long time.
oh yeah.
Maybe Nike footed the bill. Or
Well, they must have, because they probably just ended. They're like, yeah, we can hire him back. We love Ed.
Sure.
Because I think I mean, you've heard, you guys all heard the interview. Like, it sounds like as amicable as a firing could be.
Yeah.
I think like Ed was like, oh, where's the door? You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he understands that you can't go 4-8 at LSU. Like
No,
ever.
no.
That was what he did. He was 4
Well,
somewhere in there.
it was
Yeah.
that, and then there were also like there were some allegations of I don't remember exactly what, but yeah, it was more than it was more than just
just the
he
losing.
he wasn't performing on the field, which also led to
Sure.
Yeah, he was kind of struggling off the field too, wasn't he? Like kind of going through a thing
Yeah.
with his wife.
yeah.
He's a different cat. It sounds like. I love Coach O. Like I had friends play for him at Tennessee, and just to hear the stories, this dude's just a different animal. But I think they did the right thing. Obviously, he and Lane had time at Tennessee and then at USC, so the relationship's there. I would not be surprised if Pete Carroll comes and joins us at some point.
Oh no.
Who knows?
What would be more headline grabbing? The first 2 games at North Carolina this past year, or that?
If you added Pete to the mix, it would be Pete in there.
Yeah.
Well, okay. See, I could see Pete going back to USC in like a similar role.
Similar role, yeah.
We're like I loved the minister of vibe, like the chief
Director
of vibes.
of
Thing, 'cause,
vibes.
director of vibe, because like he's literally that's adjacent to Matthew McConaughey, minister of culture.
For sure.
Like he is Louisiana
Exactly.
in a nutshell.
Is Matthew
like,
McConaughey actually like he's not actually on any sort of staff like at
No,
Ogeron,
yes,
right?
he's-
or is he?
he's-
so not on the football staff,
Yes.
but he is employed by the university.
Okay.
He's a
Okay.
teacher.
He is the minister. The
professor.
minister of culture is his
That's
title.
hilarious.
Like,
It's so perfect.
and I just need LSU to give Edo the same. Dude, come on, it's right there.
Listen, I understand it's a huge pay cut for him. For $100,000, you just get to be a culture guy at LSU. After he's clocked in and he has he's talked about how consulting stuff and he's made a ton of money from LSU and all these other coaching gigs. So it's not like he's hurting. But to make $100,000 to go back to your love, like the real love of his life is LSU football.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to have near the headache of being the head coach.
Oh yeah, no
Near the
pressure.
headache.
Yeah.
Doesn't have like 0.1%.
Yeah,
Like,
not
he just
even-
shows up, charms, cooks a little crawfish. He's good.
I think from what it sounds like, that's what he loves. Like that's his favorite part about football is like recruiting. So they couldn't have made a more perfect hire, and I think Lane's going to get way more than $400,000 out of this guy during his time there. It's going to be so sick.
I think it would be almost fun to just sort of like go around to like the major conferences or schools or whatever and just try to identify like, hey, what guy would be that good director of vibes to come back that maybe was associated with the university, like an Ed Orgeron, like a Pete Carroll or anything like that, and kind of go around and just look at, all right, who should they bring back and hire? Or maybe it's not even a coach. Maybe in like Texas's case, it's some sort of an actor or somebody associated with the team or the program.
Yeah, some alumni. That would be cool. That would be a cool. We should do that.
We should
All right,
do that.
Mark,
Do you have one?
We should do that. We should figure out who.
off the top of my head, I can think of a few, but I don't. I'm sure I'm going to miss one.
Yeah,
I've
we
got
need
the
to
one.
like actually research this.
Yeah,
Who's
let's
yours?
save it.
Stone Cold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
true.
Yeah, what,
Yeah.
like
Because
100%.
he loves the dogs.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is you have him and Goldberg.
and Cody Rhodes.
Dang,
Or wait, no,
so
sorry,
many
Goldberg.
good-
Goldberg, not Stone
Goldberg,
Cold.
yeah.
Goldberg
So many good
Goldberg.
choices.
Goldberg.
and
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. So-
Yeah, you have Goldberg.
We basically have all those people already. We got the current stars
got-
over at
it-
our
dog.
establishment.
You guys have
It's Theo
so-
Vaughn, dog.
Yeah,
Theo Vaughn,
It's Theo Vaughn.
Bargatze. He's got a movie coming out.
It could be them together.
You could have Diego Pavia come back once he doesn't make the league.
I'm kind of on a break with him. We're gonna see how he does in Baltimore. I'm kind of
good job.
Kind of on. Me and him are taking a break.
Well, I
We're gonna
loved,
see
I
how
loved
this
your
Jared
take a
Curtis
couple of
kid
pods
works out.
back when you're talking about him going to what, the UFL.
Would love
that
it.
would be
Would-
perfect.
If he was anywhere close to here, I would go to like all of their home games.
He has a better chance of becoming a superstar in a small niche world
1,000%.
than he
Yep.
does in the NFL.
I would love it.
What if he joined the WWE?
Oh,
I would
perfect.
still not watch it.
I think that would be great.
I would still
that's-
not be there.
That's one I just didn't get after 11 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm not. Again, I'm
Not
not.
Malcolm
for
loves
us,
it.
but like he
Yeah,
would be a perfect
yeah.
sort of character villain type. I think he could play himself into that
Oh,
role.
he'll show up on that. They have current athletes on there all the time right
Yeah,
now. Like,
exactly.
I mean, Pat McAfee.
Oh
shows
yeah,
up on
Jelly
there.
Roll's. Jelly Roll's been doing it. It's like
Oh, didn't he like drop an elbow on Pat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, I always forget Pat McAfee. He's like
Uh-huh.
a huge player in the WWE.
Yeah.
More news at LSU. It's a villain thing. I didn't realize too that they had hired their old head basketball coach Johnny Jones back to be an assistant coach for the guy they fired, and then got back Will Wade. This is madness at LSU. The hirings in the last 3 months, stealing guys,
Yeah.
taken from programs.
LSU is in we need a winning season in something mode, because especially after this baseball season, because they're done. They lost
they're
in the
already
SEC they lost in the SEC tournament, and their season's over because they did not have a good baseball year.
They did,
and that is not normal for LSU.
30 and 28.
So
dude.
they've just basically said, if it worked before, it's going to work again. Let's run it back with everybody when we won stuff.
I mean, at this point, they kind of, because they have had that to hang their hat on the last couple of years. It's like, baseball team's damn good.
Sure.
Football, they can't get it figured out. Basketball can't get it figured out. Hey, the baseball team, damn good.
Hey, softball's in a super regional.
Yeah,
it's
Don't
true.
forget about softball.
It's true.
I'm going to be there this weekend in Tuscaloosa. I'm going to T-Town to see Alabama versus LSU Super Regionals.
My boys are going. I can't go. I'm so upset.
No, see, it's like
I know.
Their softball team's having success, but I mean, their baseball team's fresh off a natty.
Yeah,
and that's a natty after winning a natty like 2 years. Like, we're talking about dynasty level
sure.
for the baseball team. So to have the season they had this year, and then mix that in with that, like, football not having success in basketball, LSU's looking for a winner. They need one.
Chase, I want you to go through their roster. I have a little thing I want to do after you read their roster out. So
this is kind of wild. Like, and a lot of these guys you may have never heard of, but most of them are overseas guys that played in the NBA.
Yep,
or
have already played in the NBA.
Yeah, the G League. So Yamadar, first off, is an Israel basketball player that's 24 years old. None of these guys are eligible, by the way.
Not yet.
Not yet. So pending, they probably will because of the state of the world in college basketball, which is so crazy. Yam comes from Israel. He's going to get paid $5 million. This guy's almost 24 years old. Niang, also from Somalia. He's 19 or 20, so it's not as bad, but comes from a pro league. This one is just the most mind-blowing. Is RJ Lewis.
Yeah.
The man
who was on the Celtics as of this year. He was on the Celtics roster.
Has been drafted
in
the first round.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to be able to play, right?
One, RJ Lewis was not ready for the NBA, and after a couple of years of college, he wasn't ready to be there. Didn't want to do the G League route. So
he was Big East Player of the Year, stud at St. John's. Did not have a very good tournament. Ended poorly. Decided, hey, I'm gonna be pouty on the side. It was a bad look, but you're like, he's talented enough. He'll get drafted. Go have a good NBA career. He's already been on 2 teams in the G League.
Yeah.
And now that LSU's like, we'll pay you a ton of money. Come on back. You can play. Like, you can just salvage. You can get drafted and come back in a year. Go have a gap year in the G League.
So I'm going to do it. I know I bring up NASCAR unfettered on this podcast, but I have a point this time. I promise. It's not just tell you a random fact.
Okay.
So a lot of NASCAR fans, whenever you get to the Car of Tomorrow era, which is 2007, 2009, you get to this era where they start basically saying, well, we're too big to fail. We can do whatever we want. We'll throw a giant wing on the car that makes them fly around and cause dangerous wrecks, and our officiating really doesn't matter. Like, their officiating was awful during this time. And, we'll bring in a playoff format that is super gimmicky and requires that you win races when no motorsport in the history of anything has ever had required wins. And then now you look at where the motorsport, I know, and rest in peace, Kyle Busch. I just want to say it didn't feel real looking at that in the car. But you look at that, and NASCAR has lost 90% of its viewership since they started doing it, basically saying, they'll watch it. We're too big. Like, seriously, you can go look at the numbers. NASCAR went from a 15 million per race watch sport. At one point, the second biggest sport in America behind football. Think about that. At one point, by viewership, to now they'll get a couple million on the big races, and then a little bit over 1 million on, one of them, but a little bit over 1 million on most races. And when you get to the point where you tell yourself that we can expand the tournament, it doesn't matter, even though nobody wants you to mess with it. We can bring players back from wherever they are coming from getting drafted. I have no problem with an 18-year-old kid coming over from a pro league that's been playing for a couple of years. I have no problem with that. But when you start bringing people who have been drafted, been on G League teams, who have literally made pro money already and their amateur status should be gone. When you start saying, whatever, dude, we're too big to fail, the dam of legitimacy at some point is going to burst. And it is right there for the taking. If you want an example, just look at the sport that I used to care about more than anything, that now I don't have a single person to talk to about it with.
Everything that you just said is every fear I have for college football in the state that it's in right now. Mm-hmm. Everything that you just said. That is exactly how I feel. I feel like college football is in the transitionary state where they're to the point where right now, the powers that control college football feel like, well, they'll watch it regardless. And it's just not the case. You can, regardless of how popular a sport is, you can kill it if you try hard enough.
Yep.
And I have so much anxiety about that.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, and we're talking right now, and I'll shut up about NASCAR after this, but this is a wider point of where these sports could get to. We're talking right now, like, the sport doesn't have a way forward. They don't really have any interesting drivers left. Like, seriously, the biggest driver in the sport just died today. Like, the biggest remaining name just died today. And they don't really have any interesting drivers left. Like, Michael Jordan's kind of messing around in the sport. But like, everybody hates pretty much everything about their main series now.
And F1 is just taking all of your young
F1,
fans.
even IndyCar. Like, they're eating into market share. IndyCar is bigger than NASCAR. That would have been unheard of 15 years ago. And now, and you're right, Joseph, you can kill a sport because I'll be honest, like, if the tournament starts sucking with college basketball with the addition of these teams, and then every roster is just like, hey, wasn't he on the Valley Suns last year? I'll be like, yeah, okay, I don't need to watch this anymore. I'll just watch the NBA.
Yeah, and that's the thing about college basketball is it's slowly dying because everything, all the eggs are in the basket of the tournament. And now they're going to try to add to it. And so everybody's like, let's just add stakes because the NBA ratings are better for the play-ins. But guess what? It also makes the product so much longer. And you're just like, it creates this fatigue. We were just talking about it like with seasons of shows. You add on season 8 when you should have done it in season 6.
Yep.
Like, all these things add fatigue, and it just, my God, the NBA lasts forever.
Yeah.
You start playing those 2 weeks or a week and a half of playing games or whatever else, and the tanking, like, it's going to come to an implosion. And if college football makes it to a 24-team playoff, you're like, holy shit, dude, I can't watch this for 8 weeks. And the blowouts, and it's not been the greatest product in the world yet either.
No.
No, the 4-team delivered way better playoffs. The 4-team was so much better.
They're like, don't get me wrong. I think there's going to be the way that college football is landscaped and the way that it's slated. Like, you're going to have blowouts. It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes a team's just going to get wood chippered. It's part of it, and it's not necessarily because they were a G5 team or they weren't, because we've seen that be the case. But when you dilute something so much and you dilute it in a state where there are people that remember what it was and what it felt like, those people will leave because it's not the same thing anymore.
And you were the one sport, college football is the one sport where every week matters.
Yeah.
It's the regulars.
The peak is not the championship.
Yes.
Bingo.
It was the only sport you nailed. It's the only sport where a random Saturday in September or October was the highlight. That was the peak of the show.
Yep.
That was the moment.
I really hate to say it, like it just felt like it. Sure, everybody wants to get to a natty, especially back then where it was like one game. But when you've eliminated the bowl world, okay, I kind of get it. Like, but for Florida every year, yes, Tennessee was on a losing streak, but I just look forward to that game. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is all that matters. Like, I just didn't care. Third Saturday in October, this is it. This is the year. Like, every time that mattered, even to a very mid-tier program at the time in Tennessee, like, it just mattered way more. And it's not just an SEC thing. It's the same for any Ohio State, Michigan. Like, you're playing Wisconsin. Like, those games meant so much more. And it was in the middle of October.
Yeah. Dude, a perfect example of this is when Tennessee broke the streak against Alabama.
Man, that was
like
the best
when
night
y'all,
ever.
I mean, dude,
And I'm not a fan of either team, but it was the best night ever.
Knoxville looked like a major city, like they just won the Super Bowl. People out in the streets celebrating, like they took the goalpost to the river. Like, that's the thing. And this was a regular season college football game.
Yeah.
Regular season. No playoff, no play-in, no trophy. Like, the only trophy is like one team smoked cigars at the end of this game and the other team didn't.
Yeah. And that's the I think that's the issue of where the playoffs going to get if they expand. It's like, oh yeah, well they lost to their biggest rival, but don't forget, just don't forget, guys. They only have 2 losses, so don't worry. They're still so this didn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Like, and that
doesn't matter.
And I think that's pervasive. We've seen that as the playoff has expanded. Like, it just keeps mattering less and less and less.
Yeah.
And like, when you introduce a system that's designed to get those big pop moments at the end of the season, you better hope they pop. You better hope that every game is a smash hit. Because if it's not, then your core audience that remembers. I was watching a CBS broadcast. I watched it on YouTube the other day, and the music like came in. It was Tennessee versus South Carolina. Both of them had like a 500 record. It popped up on my recommended, and I was like, I'm going to go watch Steve Spurrier and Tennessee try to kill each other for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And just the way they talked about it, the players, the fans, I swear, I know nostalgia is a hell of a drug. They were so much more into it.
Yeah,
and now if I
dude.
turn that game on and be like, let me open up DraftKings, see what's going on here.
At the same time, what you've also neutered about the sport is that, like, at that point in time when the CBS broadcasts were like that, it was still like, hey, salvage the season, get to 7 wins, make a bowl game.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have this narrative, this marketing campaign that started in late July that was all about what's going to happen in December. It's like, brother, we got 4 months to figure out what's going to happen in December. December will take care of itself. Let's worry about September, because that's when this starts.
Yep.
Because we could be the last generation that gets a piece of this.
Yeah.
Like that enjoys and loves the regular season.
Yeah.
Because it's everything's put into it. Because everybody just gives up. Like, you got guys that are just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't. I'll be honest. I don't care about the college football playoff. I realized that this year. I could care less who wins it. Like, it's cool to watch. I get excited in the championship game, but as it goes, and like, it's going to be a tough year in Nashville. I'm just let you guys know.
Building to the future.
Yeah. I could really care less who wins college football playoff, but I really, really care who wins Tennessee Alabama. I'm not even in that rivalry.
Yeah.
Like,
I still look at weeks. Yeah.
What if Vanderbilt was good? Would you care more, or would you not care?
of course, sure,
Okay, I was gonna
absolutely.
say.
I would care for the games specifically that they were involved in. But I'll be honest, I don't give a shit to watch Oregon and Ohio State play each other again. Like, I already saw that, and it was awesome, and it was on a fall, and I had a burger and a Michelob Ultra. Like, it was great, but like, I don't really care for them to go compete against one another and like to get past one another to go play. I don't know, Arizona State. Like, I can't get into it.
And what you potentially could. I mean, with the way the sport is now, you could watch that game 3 times.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that sucks.
You could get a regular season. You could get a regular season. While we still have conference championship games, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have them in 5 years or whatever, and we move to some kind of, like, I guess, baseball model where there's like a regular season champion and then like a conference tournament and then I don't know. I hate everything. Like that works for baseball. It's great for baseball, for college baseball. It's not college football. It's not.
Fear the damn illegitimacy. Once it bursts, you can never repair it.
Yeah, dude. And again, you have the perspective that I don't. And correct me if I'm wrong here. You have the perspective that I don't think that me, Chase, and Greg have, where it's like you've watched a sport that was like your main sport, fundamentally changed to a point where you're like, I don't recognize this.
No, I stopped watching it. Like for 4 years, I stopped watching it. And I was like, this is too weird. Jeff Gordon retired. That was a big deal. But this is too weird. Like, it's too gimmicky, and like, it's really hard to put the genie back in the bottle once you've already let it out, because and that's what they're trying to do. It's 2026, and they're trying to put a genie back in the bottle from 2009. Like, and that's what college football and college basketball will get to.
That's what college football and basketball are facing right now. Is like, are you going to, which path? You have 2 paths in front of you. Where are you going to go?
So what do we do? What's the change? I mean, I can't see them ever going backwards now if they've gotten to.
From a football perspective, I don't know. We're never going to go back to 4, or we're never going to go back. Which, again, like, I was a hardcore 4 defender. I will come off of that and say, okay, 12 is better than I thought it would be. I think 6 or 8 would have been the perfect number, but I will take 12 because it still makes, like, the Oklahoma-Tennessee game still carried a lot of weight.
Yep.
Like, that was a huge game for Oklahoma season, and I that's what I want from the sport. I want a random Saturday to mean everything. And even if it's a team that's like, okay, and the pushback on that is like, okay, well, if a team starts like 0-3, okay, I get it. Their season may be done from a playoff perspective. That's fine. They can still ruin somebody else's year.
But also,
and there's nothing like that.
That was the best part of college football for me, was like, it's punishing.
Yes.
You can't afford to do this.
Yes.
Like, you can't afford to go 9-3 and then be like, you can cry about it. You can be like, man, we were hotter than anybody. Cool. Really great. If you're South Carolina and you start out 0-3 like they do every year, and you finish with 9, you go 9-3. Guess what? You get to mess Clemson up at the very end of the year, and that is the best part of the sport.
It's unlike anything else, man. It was unlike any other sports model. It was
the closest we had to like a perfect regular season.
Yeah,
it was the closest we had because that's the thing is like college basketball is so far out of this because there was a time, and granted they were good, but even when they were mediocre, like Duke Carolina was on 3 different channels. They would have alternate views. Like these huge rivalries were a big deal. Like, dude, I remember when Tennessee and Memphis played, it felt like this entire state was about to erupt in basketball because it was like Derrick Rose, Wayne Chisholm, like all these guys. Like it meant something for the first time in a long time. Like there were some of the best college basketball players we may ever see in our lifetime this last season. And nobody watched it.
Nobody cared. I didn't watch them, and I
love it. I love it, and I was like half in, half out. Yes, I get it. Like we all have lives and adults and things and bills and whatnot, but like also people just did that anyway. So like we couldn't wait.
It's almost like when you pay somebody, you start acting like a professional sport, and people have to treat you like a professional sport. Yeah. And college basketball is getting the NBA treatment. It's the same thing. Like, oh, they don't care. They're getting paid millions. Like, it's just going to keep coming.
So, to answer your question, G, all these are going to have flaws, but quick fixes, contracts, multi-year contracts for schools has to happen. You're going to commit. You're committing for 2+. You only get 1 transfer. Obviously, special occasions can be exempt. Contracts, salary caps. Those are the regular season things that I think could help.
If you've gone pro, you're not allowed to come back. I think that would be a good
once you leave, you're done.
Bylaw. Yeah.
There actually has to be an age limit. I think 24. That's what I'm saying. That's the salary cap.
Yeah.
Like salary cap for the NIL for all sports. I think there is a possibility to salvage my postseason. If you're gonna have the contracts in place already, this will help. If you have these bowl games put up like NIL winner money, you get a little bit of something if you lose. But if the Pop-Tart Bowl was like, hey, the winning team gets this, if we like, you can make it some sort of like growth pot. I don't know. There's maybe you have somebody, if you have a big donor, it's like, hey, you can put into this pot if you want to. You got to make these bowl games have some sort of, it's all about money now. So you got to have some sort of incentive there. Or it has to be something along those lines where there's bonuses, because that's all that's going to matter now. It's all these kids care about.
Sure.
Lane will tell you, like, he was very honest. He's like, yes, we understand these guys want to get paid. It's all about me, but we've got to like keep them intrigued. I think that's the only way is like all these big bowls, you either have to cut a few down and make it matter because scarcity wins out. But you don't want to eliminate a ton of them because it's like, hey, I don't know if the El Paso Bowl makes a lot of money. I don't feel like there's anybody that goes to these games in Jamaica. Like I think it's fun. I think it used to be cool because it was like a cool vacation, but I don't know if anybody watches those. Let's get the bigger bowls, but like make it matter. And you got to have some sort of cool incentive. Like you need to be putting big time marketing behind it. Like you got to feel like you're cool too going to those bowls too. It's like, hey, yeah, we didn't make the playoff, but also these matter. Or you make it an NIT and a huge pot in that one.
I think to play off Chase's point there, as far as college football goes, number one, you have to stay at 12. Number two, the contracts thing, to keep players on rosters and limit the salary cap. I'm all for that. From the bowl perspective, I think for the companies, for the fans, and for the players, I think your best bet is to just make all these like Labor Day games and move bowl season to the start of the year. And instead of having the Pop-Tarts Bowl in December where everybody's fatigued because they've watched a full season of college football and you've got 9-3 Michigan against 10-2 Oklahoma in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, you've got the Pop-Tarts kickoff tournament or the Pop-Tarts kickoff game where that's your bowl game, and it's 0-1 Michigan, or it's 0-0 Michigan versus 0-0 Oklahoma, and you still get the same incentives of the bowl game, like the packages and stuff like that. But number one, the viewership's going to be much higher because it's the start of college football season.
Starving for
everybody's just chomping at the bit for these, especially if you get to the point where it's like late July, early August, and you start advertising like, hey, this is the Pop-Tarts kickoff game. You know, it's just like Chick-fil-A does it every year. It's a Chick-fil-A peach kickoff. Like, there are already some games like this on Labor Day weekend. That could be your bowl season. And then you could even do it to where those games don't count towards your record, or they do, but then you play more into comp.
I'd say
you
I'd
really
lean
have
towards
to
not counting, because you can't punish a team for making a bowl game and then being worse the next year and losing to a bunch of kids that weren't on the roster the previous year.
Here's the
So
thing
it can
is that,
count towards the record. Go ahead, Greg.
I was just going to say, if you did what you're suggesting, Joseph, a lot of the kids that would, be on the team from the year before, a lot of the better players that are going to go pro probably not playing in that game anyways. So why not just count it the next year? Because it would be a better game with better players. Like, the good players are actually going to play, because it's like, hey, first game of the year. If it doesn't mean anything, those kids aren't probably going to play.
I think it counts towards your record, but I think the way it counts towards your record, and again, this goes back to it's on the committee to properly value strength of schedule.
Yay.
Like, this has to be a strength of schedule game. And it still counts on your record, but then at that point we shift to where your conference record is a much more indicative aspect of how you get into the playoffs and how you play in your conference championship. Like there's more to it than just, hey, shifting all these games to the front. You would have to change the entire model, and then I think you'd probably push back conference championship from that first week in December till the next week, and then have the first week in December be the last of the regular season.
Games closer together. Let's do it.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm also all for the first round of the playoffs taking place like immediately after conference championship.
I think it
let's
should.
do it.
Also here, if you're going to do that, why don't we just do what I think a good thing college basketball does is like the Big Ten SEC Challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to get a preseason
pony
tournament.
up if you guys really want sponsorships. Those bowls that you're paying for obviously aren't making you a ton of money. Like, if you're the Capital One, all that stuff, there's a very few bowls that are actually making a good money. Pony up an SEC Big Ten game. Like, all right, here's our 8 matchups or our 12 matchups or whatever it's going to be. And then Capital One, whatever bowl, it's going to be the Sugar Bowl. Obviously, they're going to get a good one. Like, all these bowls, like, whoever's the highest paying, you guys get the Big Ten SEC. Yeah. Whoever's in this Tier 2, you guys get Big 12 pack, whatever it's going to be now.
And your rate of return is going to be much higher because, like Drew said,
Big 12 ACC.
People are going to be way more involved because it's the first start of the season.
Yeah.
People are way more intrigued when the season opens.
Can you imagine a Maui Invitational football version? I know we got to move on, but like, can you imagine a Maui Invitational where you send all those young kids to Maui, and then they get to be around, they get to be down there, and you get like I was thinking of some fun matchups in my head. Like,
it's no different than the game in Ireland.
Yeah.
Like,
except nobody wants to go there anymore.
Yeah, it's like well, we've seen the field conditions the last 2 years. It's like, okay, hey, instead of shipping them to Ireland, why don't we ship them to Maui?
Yeah.
And you have the Maui kickoff game. Like, just
doesn't seem that hard. Let's just not overthink it. Don't send them to the place that's rainy and wet. Send them to the place that has beaches and sun and works for basketball.
Dude, there's gonna be some freaking Middle East money coming out in this one. We're gonna have a game in Dubai.
Hey, Liv's folding. Everything's open.
Liv's folding. All right, let's get to the draft. Drew, tell us what we're gonna do.
Yeah, all right. Greg, this is your thing. Do you wanna enter it?
Well, you know what? I was sort of thinking about this. I was watching the Spurs and Thunder game 2 the other night, and I saw Kelly Olynyk just lingering around at the end of the bench for the Spurs, and I thought, man, I wonder what other names are hanging around at the end of benches or on the bench for these other teams. So it would be fun to maybe examine the bench players and see if we can put together somewhat of a decent squad with guys on the benches.
Okay. So for our viewers, our listeners, I'm going to read you the guys that have played in the conference finals so far. So this is Game 1 of the Knicks Cavs, Game 1 and 2 of the Spurs Thunder. These guys that have seen the floor at least a minute. Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, Shamet, Alvarado, Clarkson, Miles McBride. Cavs, Keon Ellis, Sam Merrill, Max Strus, Dennis Schroeder. Spurs, Harrison Barnes, Carter Bryant, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett, Jordan McLaughlin. That wouldn't surprise me. Thunder, Jalen Williams from Arkansas, Isaiah Joe, Jared McCain, Aaron Wiggins, Caruso, A.J. Mitchell, and Kason Wallace. So, gentlemen, we did a random wheel before we got going, and so we for our I'm sorry, I didn't read one name. We decided before the pod to make that Dylan Harper still gets to count as a bench player because De'Aaron Fox has been hurt and he's only started 2 games the entirety of this playoffs, even though he started in this series. I was looking at Dylan Harper like maybe he's the no doubt number 1. I'll be honest. You got to give me Alex Caruso, dude. You got to give me the headband, man. He's been guarding Wemby. He dropped 30 in game 1. He seems to just be like instant good things happen when you put that guy in the game. You got to give me the experience. Like Harper's going to lay an egg in game 3. I mean, he's 20 years old and Caruso's he's a champion. He's a 2-time champion at that. I'll take him easily with my first pick.
Role player Hall of Fame, bro. Role player Hall of Fame. Okay, well, despite what you just said about Harper, I'm definitely taking Dylan.
Okay.
My goodness, the turnover rate they're having in San Antonio. I don't understand why he didn't have the ball more. But again, it's up to San Antonio. But he's been awesome. He has been so smooth. Where Castle is just so herky-jerky and just not in control, Dylan just feels like he is totally in control of this game. And I love watching him. I know he's starting, so I don't know if that works. I think he should actually go back to the bench. But
well, when Fox gets back, they'll definitely
go back.
For sure. But yeah, Harper's incredible. Like to be that young, he's 20 years old, and he's like he looks so.
He was on a bad Rutgers team. It was him and Ace. That was it.
Yeah, they're so bad outside of those two. Yeah.
All right, Greg.
Snake it.
Okay, let's go to the Oklahoma City Thunder with my first pick here in the first round. I'm going to go with Kason Wallace.
Nice.
Dude is, I mean, he's not a high average scorer. He's averaging about 8 points in these playoffs. You know, he rebounds a little bit. He distributes the basketball, but he locks down on defense. He averages 2 steals in these playoffs. He's also shooting a high percentage from 3. He's shooting about 49% from 3. So I'm going to take Kason Wallace with my first overall pick. And to snake it back, you know, I'm actually going to go with a big man. I'm going to go with the hometown kid. I'm going to go with Mitch Robb. I'm going to take Mitchell Robinson to lock things down in the paint. I know teams can play Hacker Robinson on him and whatnot, and he's going to struggle with his free throws, but he locks down the paint, is an incredible offensive rebounder in general, and the lob master for sure. He'll finish around the rim.
Had him at number 4 on my list. He was only that low because he shoots a 39% like NBA career low in the playoffs from free throw.
That's incredibly terrible.
Yeah. And dude, I hate to rag on him because the reason he's this high is because he's that impactful for the Knicks. Despite the fact that he can't score outside of 2 feet, he's that impactful. But to have a shooting coach that works with you year round to shoot 39% from the line, and I don't know. I was just like, man, I would really hope if I had a shooting coach. And I get it, big men, like their arms are longer, like it's more difficult to control. But
it's just such a mental thing because I guarantee you watch this guy in a gym, you're like,
have you seen the video? You seen the videos of his pickup runs?
Yeah,
he looks like KD. Yeah.
Oh yeah, these guys like that's the funniest thing is like to watch how good these guys are like outside of their box they're put in.
Yep.
In the NBA. Yeah. Back to me.
Yep.
Back to you.
Let's see. I was really hoping Mitch Robb would be there. I'm going back to San Antonio. I'm gonna go Keldon.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Keldon.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Like him a lot. Yeah.
Just, listen, a lot of these guys, it's, back and forth. You're going to have some good nights, bad nights. I just think Keldon's ceiling's pretty high. Prior to these stud guards coming in, he was what felt like a good role player.
20-point a game guy at one point.
Yeah, he was going to be a great piece alongside Wemby. Like, you're like, okay, maybe there's going to be 2 or 3 guards there, and then, look, he got caught up in the Castle and now Harper world, and it's like, okay. Great bench guy.
Yeah.
Give me Keldon.
Yeah, Keldon's solid. I feel like he's never going to hurt you.
No.
Definitely not. All right, well, you both took who I wanted with your last 2 picks. So, I'm going to take the first Cav off the board. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to take Max Strus. He is it just an NBA rarity where one of the playoff riser guys, every time he gets in the playoffs, he just seems to know exactly what his team needs. This series for the Cavs, he's just been hitting the offensive glass. He didn't rebound outside of the offensive glass. He's a good shooter. He single-handedly probably cost the Celtics a championship in 23 alongside Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent. Still hate all of them, by the way. But I'll take him second on my team. And then my third pick, it's between two guys. I think I just trust this guy more. I'm going to take Schroeder. I don't understand.
Schroeder.
I don't understand every year.
He's been a nightmare, dude.
I forgot we're kind of doing. We'll figure it out.
Shoot, he's going to have to.
He's
going to have to play the freaking guard forward position.
Caruso's guarding Wemby. Guarding Wemby this series.
You have the most versatile.
Schroeder every year is like a free agent in January, and then somebody picks him up and is like, oh, yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's a really good defender. He's a secondary floor general off the bench, and he just always seems to make the right play. He was like 1-9 last game. He was terrible. But, we'll take the bet. I left a lot of good stuff on the board, though.
Yeah, it's not wonderful. Who do I want? We're building a roster,
We're
right?
building
we're
starting
building a team.
5.
Okay.
We can do a 6-man, too, since Joseph's not going.
Oh,
If
6-man, okay.
There's some random ones in there.
I like it.
If I'm going, I need a big here. I feel like there's not that many. I don't want to take. Let's see. Who's off the bench for? Man, I guess I'm gonna have to go.
There's one very obvious one that I can't believe you haven't jumped on yet.
Who am I missing? I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna give him away. He's not gonna make it back, but
I guess I'm gonna go. Am I going Luke Cornett for my big guy here?
oh, early.
Who am I missing? I feel like I know I'm missing.
Greg's gonna walk into this one, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to take Luke Cornett?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even have Luke Cornett on my board.
Well, you need a center, kind of.
He's been that much of a cone.
So I don't hate
Luke
it.
Cornett.
Oh, man.
All right. I need some scoring, I think, at this point between the defense of Cason Wallace and Mitchell Robinson. So I'm going to take the automatic bucket. Multiple times 6-man of the year. I'm going to go with Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Clarkson.
I really don't know who you're talking about that's like a slam dunk here because there's not a lot of great
Yeah,
names
me too.
Okay.
on this list.
I'll
I mean,
keep-
you
I'll
got
keep holding
somebody loaded in the hopper that maybe we're not thinking
close
of.
to the vest.
Also, I don't know who, like, there's a lot of wings in here, and I'm like,
I don't even know if I can take this guy, though, because I do have two guards that are like 6'3", Crusoe 6'5". I think my team's 6'5" and under right now, so I don't even know if I can take this guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at my guys too, and I'm thinking like, man, like my 3 is going to be a little bit small.
There's not a ton of good wings. Chase is right. Keldon was the best true wing
Yeah.
available, and I guess Strus is a true wing, but
yeah, I've got my backup. I think I know who you're talking about now.
Greg.
All right, so I got
pick 4?
one more. Just kind of looking to see if I can find any size here. I mean, there's a guy who's an absolute veteran that I would like to look at who has a decent amount of size, but at this juncture in his career, I just don't know how good he is at this point. And he's not a fantastic shooter. But I think if I'm constructing my roster and I need a little bit
I know where you're going.
If I need a little bit of size, I'm probably going to look at I don't even want to take this guy. I need offense. I'm going to go with the shooting of Sam Merrill.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Sam Merrill.
You got 2?
Yeah, that was my 2.
All right, I'm going to go back to the bigs. I'm going to take Jalen. Yep, that's who I realized.
I'm screwed. And no, that was not who I was talking about.
Oh, really?
Wow. No, I was, and I'm going to take him. I'll stick him on my bench, or I'll stick somebody on the bench. I'm going to take AJ Mitchell. I don't even think it's a question.
Oh yeah, as far as the scoring goes.
Oh,
but
I
was
didn't
like,
even think he was a.
I needed.
He's a bench player.
Yeah, he is.
He started
He's
more than
started
half
as
the
many-
games in the postseason.
Yeah, because of injury.
Yeah.
Because of
He's
J-Dub.
He's a bench guy.
He played. I mean, when J-Dub's there, he sits the bench.
AJ
Same as
Mitchell?
Harper.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm screwed on size, which is fine. So I might as well just not even run a big. Hold on, let me see if there's anybody interesting on the other side. Kelly, Larry Nance Jr. Nah. I'll take Carter Bryant. I'll take my young athletic hops. We'll have him play pseudo. We'll have him play the 4. Maybe I'll grab a stiff on the way back.
Who else you get?
I got Carter Bryant and AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell. Okay. Oh man, this is really bad now.
There's still some guys. There's I've got one guy that if he makes it back around to me, he's an instant snag. But
you know what? Is he too small to play here? Maybe not. I'm gonna do it. Landry Shamet.
no,
Landry Shamet.
Shamet face.
Yeah, Landry Shamet.
Oh my. Okay. I like Shamet. It just
Shooter.
again tonight should be some fun for Knicks fans.
I hope so.
Mr. Shamet.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
need
so.
I need to lower the spacing. I like my team. It's not great, but it's for a bit.
You have an actual roster. I do not.
Yeah.
Both of you are building modern NBA 5. I'm building a Pee Wee team over here.
Now my centers can kill spacing some. So
Cornette can shoot, sort of. Jay Will can shoot, sort of.
yeah, they're both sort of guys.
Greg?
All right, to round out my roster for my forward and my 6th man, I'm going to go with the guy that I was kind of considering before, but I figured he'd be a bit of a reach, and I was hoping he'd get back to me. Give me Harrison Barnes
It's a good one.
to fill out my forward spot. And then I need a 6th man, the bench of the bench players.
I just can't imagine he's going to make it.
Let me see. This is a tough one. Deciding between 2 different Knicks. Miles McBride is a better player. I'm going to have to go with Miles McBride. I would love to take Jose Alvarado because I love his intangibles. But I think McBride's just a little bit better of a player right now, so I'm gonna go with Miles McBride.
Deuce has some playoff moments.
He
too.
does.
I
He
mean,
does.
Yeah, he does.
I know he gets kind of jerked around the Knicks rotation like nobody else, but
That's fine.
Deuce was huge last year for the Knicks in the playoffs.
He was, and when OG was out in the last series, so
Yeah,
he stepped up and played pretty decently well.
for sure.
I got 5.
Yep, you got one more 6 man.
Oh, we're doing 6 man.
Yeah, do his little 6-man.
All right. Who's somebody fun?
I think you're cutting out a little bit, Chase.
Who's somebody fun here? Wait, did anybody get Jared McCain yet?
Nope.
Yeah. God, what am I doing? I just thought he would be gone by now. Jared McCain.
I cannot believe he made it that far.
Me too. I was like, whoa. I don't know why. I assumed somebody picked him before I got there.
All right, well, I guess I needed to do the responsible thing and take an actual big man.
Do it.
So lame.
Even though I just hate
Let's-
the Doogies, but
Let's see. All right, sorry, I gotta go dig down the.
You can take Kelly
Oh my
Olynyk,
gosh.
he's always there, buddy.
Yep.
He doesn't move the needle. for
Ariel
me.
Hook Party,
Uh,
Larry
I
Nance
really like-
Jr.
I'm really interested in this Mohamed Diawara guy the Knicks have.
Diawara's
During the
nice.
regular season, he's like a positionless basketball player,
Uh-huh.
You're
But he-
missing two.
but he
big time
doesn't.
guys.
Oh, I know, but he doesn't play any basketball. Like
no,
he
but I'm
doesn't
saying
play any defense.
You're missing bitch smack Biombo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mason.
Yeah,
Plumlee.
Mason
Plumlee,
Plumlee. Yeah,
baby.
oh boy.
Come on.
Larry Nance Jr. Oh, Thomas Bryant's on the Cavs.
Thomas
I forgot
Bryant.
I've written that down.
Is he really?
Yeah,
wow.
honorable mention. Pacome Diate. Saw him in a few blowouts this year for the Knicks. Give me. Yeah, I don't really want to take any of those. I'm going to take Jalen Tyson on the Cavs. He's for some reason out of the rotation, but he was awesome in the regular season and was a big reason the
Another
Cavs
guard.
No, he's a forward. Come on now. Come on. He's
on
6'7".
ESPN it has him as a guard. I'm reading it off there,
guard?
but he is 6'6". You were
What?
correct. He's got a little size.
He's one of those wings.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So my tallest player I think is 6'6". So I don't know really what we're gonna do, but we're just gonna run Luke Cornett and Mitch Robin into the ground. I think.
That's what you have to hope for.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Well,
We've got Caruso.
I got Jared McCain coming off the bench. If I have to run Jay Will at the 5, I'll do it. I ain't scared. He'll take.
Yeah,
charge.
Jay will be fine against my team. Yeah, they'll be just fine.
Yeah,
He'll be just
it's-
just at home.
Yeah, Luke's not playing much at all for me.
Let's see.
Not in your game.
I think I like Chase's team the best. Sorry to my squad and Greg's, but Chase's is really
Chase
balanced.
is very solid.
Besides the fact that you'll be relying on Shamit for a lot of shooting. That's always a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, it really is. But when you have Harper, you got to hope for the best, and Keldon's got to be. Keldon's got to
be
step
good.
up. Yeah, Keldon's got to step up. A little bit of size. Again, we just can't get in the spot where Luke's having to guard every guard.
Sure. All right. So to recap, I've got D. Schroed, Caruso, Max Strus. I guess we're going to start Jalen Tyson and Carter Bryant at the 4 and 5. and A.J. Mitchell is going to be our super six-man sub. Chase has Dylan Harper, McCain, Shamit, Keldon, Jalen Williams. He's bringing Cornette off the bench. Greg has Kason, McBride. Who do you want? You want Clarkson to come off the bench?
I'm gonna take McBride off the bench.
McBride. All right, so he's got Kason, Clarkson, Sam Merrill, Harrison Barnes.
Actually,
and
you know
Mitch
what?
Robb.
False. I'm gonna start McBride. I will have Clarkson come off the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's
Light
more
the
of his
fires,
natural
baby.
spot.
You know, if you made it this far in the episode, tweet at us, Instagram us, comment down below the video. Comment. I think you can comment on podcast now.
You sure can.
Yeah. Tell us who won the draft. I don't think I won, sadly. I'd like to say. I always like to give myself a leg up, but yeah, I didn't on that one. So
I just feel like I could get a balanced team out of there.
yeah, no, didn't get one. We could do what we watch.
Yeah,
What time is it?
8:30.
Mm.
You watch anything, Joseph? Bring it back.
Welcome back.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I've been watching a lot of SEC baseball. I've
Good
pretty
one.
much been consumed
Yeah.
this week with the SEC baseball tournament. It's been epic. So Florida beat Alabama today. Georgia beat Mississippi State. So we've got 2 more games tomorrow to determine the Final Four, and it's been a very good tournament so far. So yeah, that's what's been consuming my watch time.
Good on you, because I mean, look, when you have real championship hopes like you do, it does add to it. Like this has been a pretty down year of my balls watching.
Hey,
The story's changed.
but you've won an SEC tournament in your lifetime.
True.
Georgia's never won it. I'm hopeful, but we'll see. We got to get through. Florida.
You got some hosses, dude. You got some real hosses.
We'll see. Hopeful. Fingers crossed.
Greg, what you been watching, dog?
A lot of college softball. The regionals last weekend were fun. We got supers. Obviously, this week I will be heading, as I alluded to T-Town to watch the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. I'm really excited about that, getting a chance to go and be in the building. If you guys haven't gone, I know not a lot of us like Alabama in this room, but if you get a chance to go to Rhodes Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, it's an incredible environment. Like the way these SEC softball teams conduct a game, it's like you're at like a major league or minor league game. Like they've got an in-host or like in-stadium MC. They're on the dugouts. They're doing different promotions. Like it's real big time. So I'm excited to see what they pull out for the super regionals there. And for my friends that work for Alabama, I hope they make it through and they beat LSU and they get themselves back to another College World Series, because they do have a very special team there. And then just for a TV show, I kind of finished all my TV shows, and I had a couple of things on my list that I hadn't really watched, or hadn't even actually gotten an opportunity to dive into. I don't know if you guys have seen this show, but I've been watching Sullivan's Crossing lately.
Never seen it. Heard of it, but I don't
Yep,
think
it's with old Chad Michael Murray.
Yes, that's where I was seeing that. Yeah, I was like,
He's got the long hair.
That's
He's vibing out, still in crazy good shape at 40 some odd years old.
yeah, great head of hair.
He does have a great head of hair.
Drew,
I'm going to tie mine in. Of course, I've been watching a lot of the NBA playoffs. Really enjoying it. Thunder Spurs has been a true gift to mankind. But I'm gonna tie it back. I finished The Boys, as did you, and we talked before the pod. Good ending to this season. Disappointing overall to the series.
Yeah, they just never got to scale. They
Yeah.
never made it full movie budget like some of these shows have done.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they may have shot their wad a little bit with showing what Homeland, like because they have that dream that fake sequence where he lasers the whole crowd and
Yeah.
I feel like people really really wanted that. It never. Spoiler alert, by the way, it doesn't happen in season 5, episode 8. But that to say, I went back and watched season 1, and I was like, am I just kind of being a end of series jackass here?
Yeah,
Am I just wanting like one of my favorite TV shows to be really really good? And maybe I'm just holding it to an impossible standard. Nah, it was a way better show for 3 seasons, and it just kind of became a political satire, another political satire. And Anthony Starr is awesome. He will forever be remembered in this role.
They had some really good acting, I thought, in the show.
Yeah.
I thought there was some there was 4 or 5. You're like, oh yeah, these guys play this right. Yeah, Anthony Starr was awesome. Carl Urban's always a stud in that role. Like he really pulled out the acting chops for this one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd give the series finale a solid 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, like it was cool. Good fight scene. Again, I got what I wanted out of it for the twist that comes at the end, like where you think it's building towards one thing and that already happens. And I don't know. It was just like my main problem with the last 2 seasons is that they kind of just show up now. They just kind of show up out of nowhere and then they escape, and they just kind of ran it back for the last episode. So
Yeah, didn't really change much. Like everything was rushed, but
yeah,
it's okay. Like it's over. It is one of those things. Like when those shows end, you kind of feel this like sadness. You're like, oh wow,
never coming back. But we'll get Vault Rising. I'm willing to give anything with Jensen.
yeah.
Anything with Jensen Ackles, and I don't know much about the lady that played Stormfront, but she was really good in that
she
role.
was very good in that role.
So I'm willing to give it a chance. I really hope that they just kind of let that thing breathe and be kind of its own, because I know we're getting a look at a lot of the heroes that came before in that. I think that's why they introduced Bombsight in
Yeah,
episodes. I mean,
he seems cool.
yeah. Seems like I like that actor too. So, excited to see what that is. But I will not forgive the boys for making me waste a couple hours of my life to watch Gen V. I'll never forgive you.
Never.
God, that show sucked.
I quit watching it. Couldn't do it. I'm glad they canceled it. It feels weird, but yeah, glad they canceled it. Yeah, a lot of NBA playoffs. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of if it's on TV, it's like Blippy or Elmo. Sesame Street's
like-
awesome. Not gonna lie to you guys. Like
Yeah,
Sesame
like-
Street, straight up rocks. The old school Blippy is way better than new school Blippy. No offense to the new school guy. The old school guy is just great. So
It's kind of like when they replaced, what was that guy's name on Blue's Clues? The original guy, Steve.
yeah, Steve.
Steve. Yeah, it's kind of like when they replaced Steve.
Same. It's the same vibe. Like it's still a solid soldier here, but just not the same as the OG. The OG really gave me some education. The Excavator song, yeah. But I've been staying up way too late to watch these games.
Yeah.
OT is killing your boy.
Oh yeah.
My sleep score is awful because no matter what, I'm still waking up at 5:30.
Yep.
Cook breakfast. Okay, it's like these kids.
Yeah.
They don't
wait.
change. They don't
No.
stay up late with me. So it's like if I'm going to watch the Spurs double overtime, me and my little brother were texting back and forth watching the game. I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this again.
Dude, some of the moments in this game have been like legitimately like you have to text somebody. Like you have to tell somebody
Yeah.
about what's going on in these games. Like the Castle dunk last night,
Oh my gosh.
phone
dude.
blowing up. I'm like, what happened? What happened? I'm not currently watching it. Like, don't spoil it. So
Dude, how about like 10, 11 turnovers from Castle too? He was just lax with the ball all night the other night.
He's been
yeah.
that way for the last 2 games.
I think it comes just as a product of a young guard getting
Yeah.
repetition. Because legitimately, that's the thing I think that people don't fully understand a lot about these NBA guards. It's like, if that was De'Aaron Fox, he probably has 3-4 turnovers.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
He's
De'Aaron Fox
just
is
not used to handling the ball that much.
No.
He had to pick
No.
up the slack for De'Aaron Fox. Stephon Castle will learn how to handle the ball better as he continues to grow and mature as a player. But
Yeah.
I mean that's what killed them yesterday or the other day in that game.
Yeah. I mean, 11. Yeah. Personally, if I were the Spurs, I know everybody was like oohing and on at the 41-24 Wemby game, and it was a good Dylan Harper game, all that. I would be very concerned that it took 41-24 to go to double overtime when the MVP of the league had a terrible game and nobody else on the team besides Caruso really played that well. That's kind of what I came away from game one thinking, like, I would be just a tad bit concerned that it took my best player's best game and their best player had their worst game, and we took them to 2 overtimes. So,
and kind of choked away a lead. I don't know. Like both series are good because I think that there is a possibility that the Cavs could get game 2 tonight. I mean,
Yeah, I think Knicks Cavs is going to end up being better. The Knicks are still going to win the series. I don't have any doubt about that. I think there's a world. The only way the Knicks could possibly lose the series is if they lose tonight and they lose game 5. I could see, again, I don't think that'll happen, but if Cleveland can steal 2 games on home court, then because Cleveland's the whole playoffs has been a home playoff juggernaut. So I think they get at least 1 of 2 and 3, 4. I think if it goes that long, they get 6. So really, I look at tonight as like, if the Knicks win this game, they win the series. If they lose this game, I think it's up in the air.
I'm going to say the Knicks should win this series in 5. They're just a much more talented team than the Cleveland Cavaliers. And obviously, I didn't mention it on what I've been watching, but obviously I'm watching a lot of the Knicks as well. Yeah. But just a much more talented, deeper roster than the Cavs. The Cavs obviously have Donovan Mitchell, the old man, and James Harden. Don't get me wrong, they have some good role pieces and some decent bench pieces as well, but they're not quite as deep as the Knicks. This is the Knicks' year to go to the NBA Finals. Now, are they going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder? They would not be favored in that series. I probably wouldn't pick them in that series, but I feel as good about this Knicks team as I've ever felt, and that's including like the Patrick Ewing when I was growing up era in the 90s. Obviously, they had to try to go through Michael Jordan all the time with Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Heat, Alonzo Mourning, Rick Smits, and Reggie Miller and all those teams, the Pacers. It was a little bit more difficult. The Knicks should get through this series, and then they should face the Oklahoma City Thunder.
We'll say, when we were doing that exercise with the bench players, I was like, wow, this Thunder bench is so good.
It's so good
top to bottom.
Good. Same with the Spurs. Like, you're like, dude.
Yeah. You get on these Eastern Conference teams, and it gets real thin after three bench players, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's
the Knicks got some depth on the bench.
I mean, I'll be honest, Shamet, I don't trust. I like McBride, Robinson, Alvarado, and Clarkson. Yeah, that's 4 deep.
That's
I would say.
Deep.
Yeah, I'd say 4 deep there. But again, like Alvarado, some matchups
play.
He's useless. Like he's not useful versus the Thunder. Like he can bother Shea, and he can. I don't know if he can guard. I don't know.
I don't know where he guards now. Yeah, he doesn't guard well enough.
He's one of those guys that you plug in for like 5 to 10 minutes in a game, and you're hoping, hey, he can disrupt somebody. He can bring some energy, bring a little life. Maybe he hits a 3, gets a couple of steals, gets a couple of assists. Like, he's not going to play elongated minutes, but you insert him because, hey, I need a little bit of energy. I need somebody to bring something, a little bit of gritty and toughness off the bench. I feel like that's exactly what Jose Alvarado is.
Oh, sure. He is. It's just the Thunder can throw in Aaron Wiggins, who can average 20.
Yeah.
Like, if he was not on the Thunder, and he didn't even play for them right now.
That's what's
and
crazy. They have so much depth.
It's wild. I mean, they're so good, but I don't know. Maybe the Spurs can get them, but
I think the Spurs can't. It's not like we're gonna get. I think we are gonna get what we hope for in that matchup.
I do too. I think it's just gonna keep going up. I think it's just gonna keep getting more absurd if everybody stays healthy. Like I think it's gonna be one. You can just kind of feel series out like this, where you're like, this is going to be a great series, and then it delivers, and it's crazy, and everything. I mean, the moments are just insane. I mean,
higher scoring, like all those things matter. But also, what I'm really excited about, I would desperately want, just like as I've got my team, but I'm a pretty casual NBA watcher as far as like I just like better basketball, especially this time of year. It's like I want the Knicks there because I think it's going to make.
Yeah,
it's going to make
better
the finals big.
Yep.
It's like we needed that. Like it just, as good of a series as it was last year, it didn't feel big. Like if we have now, you have like if it's Shea or especially if it's Wemby, because like with the finals, you're going to get people being like, "What the f- is that thing out there?" Yeah. And I mean that with all due respect, Wemby, because like you have to understand what you are compared to the rest of the general population around this world. Like it doesn't make sense.
I saw I saw a Knicks courtside ticket for Game 1 of the Finals is pre-selling for about $100,000 right now.
Oh, did you see what I sent y'all in the group chat earlier in the day? It was
Yes.
like every single Cavs game at home does not equal a single game ticket for Game 2 for Knicks Cavs.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go to what are they the Rocket Mortgage? Is that they're the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse? Yeah. I don't want the finals to be at Rocket Mortgage at all. I hope the Knicks win. I'll never root for the Knicks actively, but I hope they win the series.
God, that would be so fun to be
Just
around.
think about Shea being an MSG. I mean, like think about Wemby being an MSG. Like, yes, I'll freely admit, watching a game in MSG is way more fun than most NBA arenas, most other arenas. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, F the Knicks.
But like that's the thing is like because like especially if it's Shea, I think Wemby and MSG would do the same thing. But like Shea right now, I think Wemby's gonna have plenty of more opportunities.
Sure, Shea's the best player in the world, though.
Yeah, Shea could go in there. Him and Brunson have a duel, but Shea could pull out his moment. Like his MSG moment would be just magnified. Like all these guys talk about, like, dude, when I go to MSG, it's like this is it. I made it to the NBA moment.
That's
So
what I'm a little
I'm
scared about
excited for
because
that.
people tend to the best players in the world tend to bring their best game when they play on that stage. So I can only imagine what Shea or Victor Wembanyama are going to do
my
at
gosh.
MSG if the Knicks get through the Cavs.
Because you talk about Wemby walking around MSG. Oh my gosh,
New York City, jeez.
Whoa. All right, fellas, great episode.
Fun one.
That was a fun one.
Lots of really hit all of our.
A lot of dialogue today.
Yeah, really hit all of our top stuff: college football, basketball, baseball,
We're all over the place.
NBA,
It was fun.
NASCAR.
Full pod. No pod next Tuesday. Taking the week off or the weekend off.
Oh, we are.
Hope everybody. Yeah, I guess so. Unless you guys want to do something,
I had no idea. I may do a.
do it NBA.
Yeah, I may do another career deep dive. It may be James Harden this time around. I really enjoyed the Paul George one. So
Okay.
that may be what I do.
Cool.
Maybe. Are you guys both out? I had no idea. Sorry, I haven't been here all week.
Monday?
Or I guess you guys could. I mean, it's
Right.
up to you.
Are you be here? Greg, are you out?
I'm not sure
We
yet.
were just because
TBD.
it's Memorial Day.
Oh, it's
It
Memorial
is
Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day.
I do all my Memorial Daying on Saturday. So.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll be gone John City and then head to Phoenix, so I'll be out all next week. But
Nice.
yeah, so yeah, you guys can do whatever. I thought for some reason I thought Miggy checks that. He was like, I'm out next week, so I don't know why I thought that in my mind. But yeah, maybe a pod next Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, go look at our reel on Instagram. Get us to 500K.
Yeah, get us to 500K, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
Just keep getting those. Just rewatch it a couple times. Come back to it.
Yep.
500K would be sick.
Yep.
I don't think it's quite to the Theo one yet, but
Yep. Check out idoyachts.net. Thanks, guys.
yep. We love you. We out.